All right, Chicago, we are back. It is time to continue our franchise mode here with the Chicago Blackhawks here on NHL 23. And unfortunately, we are here after another disappointing playoff loss, this time coming against the Colorado Avalanche, who I believe are the team that beat us a couple years ago when we lost in the second round once again. But yeah, we just couldn't get it done once again here in 2028. And this is going to be another huge offseason for us. We have a lot of big-time decisions to be made. One that we already kind of hinted at and that I am going to be making, and that is trading our captain, Seth Jones. That contract is going to come bite us here right now as we try to sign some of our young guys. Pelika's up. Caswell is up. Leonov is up, I believe, after next year. I can look at that real quick. And, yep. So we have a lot of young guys coming off the books here in a couple years and also this year. So we need that cap space that Jones possesses. And for him playing third pair at the moment, it's just not worth that contract. As great as he has been down there, plus 28 this year, plus 14 last year, it just isn't worth that contract. And with the young guys coming up, like I said, we need that cap space. So, yeah, we are going to get straight to the draft here. There isn't really much there isn't much else to do at this point other than to get to the draft, which is going to see the trade of Seth Jones at this particular draft as the Vegas Golden Knights, much to as they did in real life, actually just a few hours ago as of this recording, win the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, congratulations to Vegas, both in-game and in real life. Not the team I wanted to win, but the Rangers lost. I really couldn't have gave a shit who won. I was kind of pulling for Everton, to be honest. I wanted McDavid to get that cup, but didn't happen. So, as Anaheim leaps from 11-1 to win the draft lottery, I believe this is Gavin McKenna's here, right? No, maybe we already. Oh yeah, we're well past that now. 2028, we should be well past that. But there's a lot of creative guys for them to go after. I don't know how good this top guy is, but Esteban Black looks to be the top prospect here. And retired players. So this is another big thing. Was this the final year for Patrick Kane, the franchise's greatest player, and as well as Ovechkin, who we acquired this year as a rental? And yep, 1 and 2, Ovechkin and Patrick Kane both call it quits. Ovi just first ballot, one of the greatest of all time at this point. 1,944 points in 1,766 games, as well as 1,060 goals, which is crazy. He ends his career here in Chicago, and then so does Showtime Patrick Kane, who was 6 assists away from 1,000 and 1 point away from 1,600. But he was a point-per-game player. I mean, just an incredible career. He was down to a 78 either way, so it was his time to go. And what a retirement class, by the way. Stamkos, Duchesne, Jamie Benn, Ryan O'Reilly, Taylor Hall, Carlson, Kuznetsov, David Perron, John Carlson, among others. Wow, this is a incredible class right here. Goaltending, whoop, that is not what I wanted. Goaltending-wise, Frederik Andersen, Sergei Bobrovsky, Brian Elliott, Martin Jones, among others. Jack Campbell even. So, yeah, pretty big retirement class for this year. Obviously headlined by I'd say these three, Ovechkin, Kane, and Stamkos. They really define the 2010s era. So, these are the guys I grew up watching pretty much, Ovechkin, Kane, and Stamkos. So big retirement class there. We do lose Showtime and Ovi, who we were... and actually Ovechkin is now a coach, so we might look to bring him back in that regard, which I think we definitely will. Why not? And, yep, I'll do that at the off-season. Just let me get to this draft, please. Okay, or just 50 pop-ups. There we go. So we are here at the draft. First thing I do want to check is the ratings for our team. Forward-wise, Bedard's up to 96. That's good to see. Catone's out of 91. DeBrincat, 91. Natchez out of 91. Lenny, 90. Nazar's up to an 86. Still listed as a third liner. And it's funny because Catone's listed as a second liner, has a 91, which is crazy. But, yep. Caswell's still at an 84, so maybe he's not asking for too crazy money still. Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely doable. And we'll have to take a look at Pelika as well. Leonov is there at an 83. Is that down one, I believe? So that is kind of unfortunate. But hopefully he'll get a leap in the offseason. Porshkov's up to an 81. He might be ready for the show next year, and I don't think I'm going to bring Max Jones back. I brought him back. He earned that contract from last year after having 4 goals in 5 games, but just 1 assist in 11 playoff games this year definitely isn't going to cut it. And then defensively, okay, Pelika is up to an 87, so he wants money. So that is something to watch. Shea Theodore is actually down to an 87, which is unfortunate. His age having to do with that, and he's down to top 4 potential as well, so something to watch there. Jones is actually up to an 84, so that will make trading him a little bit easier. Kasparaitis is still at an 83, man. I wish he can get that jump. Hopefully it is this offseason, because I think he definitely has earned it with that, with 6 goals in 13 playoff games. That is crazy, by the way. Yeah, hopefully he can get a jump there. And then Korchinski's still at an 89. I think that was... everything else was the same. And then in goal, UC Saros, 90. Was he a 90? He was just a 90 before, I think, right? So he's up to a 92. Now, to address UC Saros, of course, he had an atrocious playoff performance, and he was probably one of the main, if not the main reason that we lost that series. But I have really no choice but to commit to him, at least for next year. If he has another shitty run next year, then I will consider trading him, and that might happen. But considering we gave up Alex Newhook, our second-line center, who was like our trusted second-line center, which I actually want to see how he did this year. Still at an 86. He had 44 points this year, and he was playing similar ice time, a couple minutes down, so he might have been on the third line. No, I think he still would have been on the second. Who was their forwards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe. He was second or third line, so a bit of a decrease in points this year for him. And they did not make the playoffs this year at all. So we hopefully made the right move if Saros can lock in next year. But yeah, it didn't look good in his trial run this year. And then in the system, do we have anybody that jumps out? De Silva's up to 78. He might be ready. McAllister 79. He's definitely probably going to make a jump and be ready. Persaud. So those two say the same as of now, but they might get a boost in the off season, as Persaud had a good year in Flint, and McAllister in the AHL had a solid year himself. All right, good to know. De Silva was also very good. As a two-way forward especially. And yep, takeaway to giveaway ratio looking good there. So yeah, we got some young guys coming in to replace Ovi and Kane. Let's actually take a look at it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these two are replaceable, so we need 11 and 12. And right here you got McAllister, De Silva, Persaud. So yeah, we are looking good. As long as we can get our guys re-signed, we are looking to keep the core together. Because I want to commit to a lot of the young players on this team. That's what we build our team around. So I know we're still young, but at this point, we need a deep playoff run, man. Like, we just need that to give us a little bit of hope. That would be tremendous for us. So let's get into the draft here. I don't believe we have any high... Well, I didn't see us in the lottery at all. We might just have our pick for this year as far as first-round picks go. Yep, so we are at 27 there, or 26? Yep, 26. So we'll have to take a look at the draft class here in a moment. Actually, let me take a look at this real quick, just to see if there's anybody that we should target near our pick. And Barnaby, probably a top 6. Is there like a low elite or something over here? Or just somebody with X factors, anything? This guy's supposedly a gem, but he's probably just another top 6 guy there. I'm not seeing a crazy steal here, so... Oh, here's a low elite, potentially. And he probably is a low elite, but 3 years out, no X factors. It's kind of unfortunate. Maybe not. We got a low 6 and a low 4 right here, so maybe not. So yeah, there doesn't look to be any big steals that we have scouted, at least. We'll have to come back to this, of course. I don't think we need to move up at all. There's really no point for us to move up. So yeah, I'm good on that. So let me see, does Seth Jones have any value to this point? He only has a couple years left on that contract. And he does have a little bit, okay. And I think it would make a little bit like teams would be able to take on his contract, and because he's played really well the last couple years, I don't think he would be in the negative value. So let me see if there's any offers for him first of all. There is one. So the Stanley Cup winning Vegas Golden Knights are offering us 2/3. Shit, man, give him a chance to go for the cup. You know, we owe it to him to go to a contending team. Not that we aren't, but if we're gonna trade him, you know, might as well. So I think I'll just go with the trade that was offered to me. Seth Jones, thank you for your service here in Chicago. I think this was his 7th year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 years. So yeah, I don't know how many of those were as captain. I think at least 5 or 6 would have been, right? Because we named him the captain right away, so we'll have to name a new one this year as well. But Seth Jones, thank you for your service. You were a huge part to this rebuild. And we wish you the best in Vegas. So there we go. We're going to take those 2/3 from the Golden Knights. And we have shed some cap space right there. And then there wasn't anybody else that needed to trade, right? The rights for Max Jones going to get anything? Nope. I don't think so. So we are good on trades. And I think we'll just, you know, go with our picks and then get to the re-sign stage, which is pretty much the big thing about this video. Kurt Smith. Yeah, I'm thinking we're just looking at like a top 6 or top 4D here if we can draft the right guy. We could just go with that one of these confirmed guys down here just because we know that they are top 6. This guy might have an X factor, which is interesting. This guy is almost confirmed to have an X factor. The risky pick, the boomer bust pick would be that low elite who was only 2 bars. Although this guy, sometimes like a 4-year out would be like a 60 overall, and that's where we took I think it was Petite, who was that medium elite at like 60 overall. And he was like a late first-round pick, I believe. So we can try to replicate that here. And I think we might as well go for that because... When's our next pick, actually? Let me see this real quick. 67. Okay, so anything before then... And I mean, he could just be a top 6, but I think I'm willing to risk it. And which is still good. I mean, top 6 is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go with Jeremy McCauley, I think I'm going to say. And okay, so he's just a top 6, which is fine. So another decent prospect to add to our already big prospect pool. He might even just be a trade piece for the future. And I actually should have sorted by potential first just to see if there is... this guy is supposed to be a gem. And that is definitely looking like a medium elite right there. So we have another pick at 78, which we can definitely get him then. Alright, good to know. We can pick a goalie right here. We actually do not have any goalie prospects, so that would actually be a good pick. And we have some low elites to draft here, I guess. Unless you want to go for this, take a chance on one of these low elites that are upcoming. And Draper is the next one. Or no, Bohinski here would be the next one as a power forward. Nicholas 3-bar. I think I'm gonna go with the goalie though. I hope he's medium elite, but yeah, we do need a goalie prospect. I'm gonna go with the goalie right here, and he is medium elite. Does he have any X factors? No, he does not. Okay. So, a bit unfortunate there. Pick 78. This guy was actually a little bit, well, 19 years old. How old was our guy? He was 18. Okay, so they were about similar players in terms of overall and age. And then, when is our next pick after this one? Is 90. Okay. So, we could risk it and hope that other guy falls to us. This guy could be a high elite. Kapitanov. We have Edler here, low elite, but only 1 bar. So I'm actually going to pick Bohinski here just to make sure we get him. Our scouts are... Yeah, okay. Our scouts are fucking stupid. A low 6 is anything but a gem. And damn, that goalie was high elite. Okay. So, looks like we chose the wrong goalie there, but, again, I'm not too worried about that. And then, as far as this pick... Oh, yeah, we definitely need this guy before he gets selected. And he is medium elite. Beautiful. Sergei Smirnov. Only a 48 overall, which is horrible. But, oh, wow, we actually had another pick. Only 2 picks after. So, let me see what we're working with here. When's our pick after this, then? 122, okay. So, it wouldn't be until the next round. There is a goalie. Bolig could be a medium elite. And honestly, I'm willing to take the risk on that. And that he is. Okay. We keep finding these. That guy's even worse, a 47. I didn't think we can get worse, but we found a way. But yeah, we're getting these draft steals here. All right, let me go with do I have another pick between that and 192? Okay, yep. So I'm gonna go with Levesque right here, just because of the chance of him being a low elite. He's probably a low 6 or a low 9, even worse. All right. And then we're here at 154. So I'm just gonna take the low elites that are listed here. I'm gonna take this guy next, and he is low elite. Okay, 40. Holy hell, dude! Everyone that we've drafted is like 40 overall. We are just, they're not going to come up to like 2040, but they'll be here at some point. And then Turakov, we know, is a low elite, and he's 54 overall, but he's 19. But at least he can skate a little bit, hopefully. And then last pick here, doesn't really matter too much. Nicholas 3-bar for a low elite, and he's a low 6. All right. So that is the draft. Nothing too eventful besides us moving Seth Jones, of course. But as far as the draft picks go, nothing too big. But honestly, with the prospect pool we have and us being a contender right now, I am not even concerned with that. So actually, yeah, before we even get into the re-sign stage for the players, let me sign over here. What's he looking like? B- assistant coach, absolutely. And of course, with the coaches, they always give the player an old picture. So let me raise this for Ovi. I don't know if I have to go to the max 9 million offer, but I don't think it should be that high. Yeah, right there, 176. Beautiful. And then I don't think it said I had to sign any... No, I guess it just doesn't tell me no more. Let me just re-sign my scouts real quick. They've done a good job for us, of course, landing us all these prospects that we have in development right now. So, just a few more right here. Peter Nedved's lost cousin, and Kravchenko. There we are. Alright, so, re-sign stage. As far as players go... oops, I actually did not need to do that. I thought it said Simda's re-sign stage. So, we have $10 million to re-sign, essentially, Pelika and Caswell. So, is Caswell... I know he's not asking for a lot. Wow. Yeah, I will definitely take this. If he can accept that, is he gonna... I don't have the budget. Why is that even a factor in this? I thought it was a glitch, so it wouldn't even matter. Alright, well, let me just see if, Alright, I don't care about my scouts, to be honest. Oh, Jesus, dude, you're gonna cry over, like, a couple 100,000? Alright. I mean, I guess I'm the one that should not be complaining if he's only asking for this much. So I'll give him 2.9. See if he accepts that. Oh my god, dude. Enough with the scouts. I thought I already confirmed these. There we go. Did I not already? No, whatever. So we have 8.9 to sign Pelika, which is definitely enough. How long can we get him for? Could do about a 6-year deal. What does he want, 4 years? I'm honestly good with paying him for 4 years. Yeah, I'm good with that. We could do 2 and retain RFA rights, but I think this will work out well for us. So let me do 775 and see if he does accept that. All right, so I will take that because he might be moving on to that top pair with Theodore regressing. Maybe not this year, but if not this year, it will be next year. So yeah, there is that to watch. And then, oh yeah, Arthur Smith we do have to re-sign. He actually does not want an extension, but I don't really want to give him 2 years because what if we get rid of... I mean, it's the same price. No, because he'll have RFA rights. Let me see if he accepts that contract from us. Oh yeah, and I gotta sign Ovi before I can, if it's even gonna let me. I don't know why the budget is becoming a factor all of a sudden. It wasn't before. Budget remaining $0. Alright, what if I fire somebody then? Like this idiot. If I get rid of him, can I sign him? Not quite. Alright. I'll get rid of both of my AHL coaches just to sign you, Obi. And 1, 2, 6, 3. We'll give him that. Shit, I offered him associate. Oh well, I can change it later. And advance the day. And he did accept. Alright, beautiful. Alright, and then let me make sure that isn't... Is he the assistant at the moment? Okay, great. Alright, so we bring in Ovechkin as a coach, which is... And you know what's hilarious is his offense sucks, and his power play. So that, and his penalty kill. This game makes no fucking sense. I think it's probably just random of what their it's either the same for everybody or it's random for their overalls and their schemes or whatever. So obviously, Ovi known for his defensive play, of course, giving us a big boost in defense. So free agency here. There's probably a ton of RFAs, but as UFAs go, Joel Farabee is here, Dougie Hamilton, Artemi Panarin is... Artemi Panarin is very intriguing. However, we do not have the cap space. He's not asking for a shit ton of money. Man, it would be really cool to bring him back, but we just do not have that in the cards at the moment. And I don't think it's worth trading anybody to get him for a rental. Because we're definitely not trading any of these guys. I mean, yeah, there's nobody for us to trade. And honestly, I think this roster makeup, we do need a defenseman or two. We do need a bottom pair defensive unit. Holy shit, you know what I realized is I didn't even check our prospects or nothing that needed to be re-signed. So that is not good, because we might have some people floating around here in free agency. Let me see about that real quick. Olsen, this was definitely our guy, right? Holden Olsen. And he's got X Factor. Shit. Okay. Hopefully they resign. Was Barry also? Yeah, fuck me, dude. I may have screwed us here. Hopefully nobody notices them, because we should not have let them go. Besides that, we don't have anybody too egregious. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, these guys definitely weren't mine. This guy, not Levi, where is, yeah, this guy is 23 years old, low elite, only wants $1 million. I mean, I just have a feeling with his... Yeah, they're not... I don't think he's going to sim well. It's just how these players work, man. I really don't understand it, but I just know how this game works, so we might as well just keep our goalies. Kirby Dach also is out here, another former Blackhawk. But yeah, we just don't have the money to sign anybody, really. We do need a defenseman, or two. Morrow here, Scott Morrow is asking for $900,000. And is he top 4 defensive pairing? Okay. Is there anybody else that's asking for no money? Josh Maher is here. Defensive pairing 3, we don't have the full. We could go after both of them, though, if we wanted to. Travis Dermott might be defensive pairing 3. The other Sebastian Aho, defensive pairing 1. I don't think we would put him there. Will Borgen. Okay, I think I am going to target Scott Morrow just because he's an 82. And he's 25. He might get a jump. So, I'll give him $1 million. See if he comes around. And then, do we have anybody? I didn't really I got sidetracked with realizing I didn't sign everybody. Do we have anybody coming up on defense? Not really. We have Dumbmaster, so we don't have Roos or nobody. Let me see if I can find Roos actually again. I wouldn't mind bringing him back. Let me sort by overall here. I think he was an 80, right? 79? Yep, here he is. Roos. I mean, I wonder if we can even afford him, honestly. Let me sim real quick because there's going to be a lot of guys available. But I want to make sure that we get our prospects back, or hopefully we can. All right, Barry is back, and Olsen. Okay, great. And Morrow accepted our offer as well, so that is good. And then, yep, okay, and then we do have enough money to sign somebody here. So, affordable options, there's this guy, who is an RFA, which is not what I want. Well, I guess I'm not sorted by UFA, so that's my issue. Caleb Jones is here. We could bring him back after trading his brother, but yeah, I don't really have any reason to, so I'm gonna pass on that. We could, you know what? Let me get Roos back. Why not? Keep a little mainstay on the team, and that'll look like our bottom pair for this year. As he accepts, and it looks like we have our roster makeup for this year. So let's sim to the regular season, and of course we do have to name a new captain for our franchise who will begin their tenure this season. So that is a very big decision for us, and we'll have to decide on the line, see if anybody got any development. And yeah, so first things first, let's look at the lines first. Let's have a look here. So they want Leonov and Lenny in that top line. So let's put those guys back. And then Nachas will go here. Now, who plays on the second line? So Caswell, playmaker. What if I put Leonov there? See, he's a sniper. Let me figure this out. Hold on one second. De Silva. He's other forward. He might not even make the lineup. Persaud, also other forward. Ryan Green is the perfect center. It just sucks that De Silva, or that Nazar has great faceoffs too, but he's kind of... I think we'll do that though. And then Porshkov. I mean, we can give the youth a shot. I'm not opposed to that. I know they're listed as other, minor and other forward, but we can at least give them a month or two to see what they can do. But a big thing for our forward core is one of these two is going to have to step up this year. They're going to get second line time. If Leonov plays good, I'll just leave him there. But yeah, we really need just at least one of them to step up. If they both can, that would be great. But we need one of them to step up to fill that top six, that second line left wing role right there. And then defensively, damn, Kasparov is still an 83. I hope he doesn't cap out there. I mean, he's on a great contract regardless, and his X factors are helping him out. But yeah, and then what are we looking like with Pellick on that top pair? Okay, so we get a +2 down here. I think I'm gonna go with that for this, at least to start the year. So Pellica is going to get top-line minutes after signing that new contract. And then, man, that Korchinski contract looks really good now. 5.75 over the next 7 years. For probably our he's going to lead our defenseman in points, I would say, going forward. And then these two don't have any minus, so I'm good with that. And hopefully they can do something down there. And then in the goal, of course, we still have UC Sorrow, still at 92, still has franchise potential, by the way. And Arthur Smith, who apparently is a minor starting goaltender. And then AHL, yeah, they have a lot of 50s now, but honestly, these two are playing with somebody decent. The AHL has been so irrelevant, I'm not even worried about them. I can send down, was it Persaud that was scratched? Yep, him and Dalmastro I can send down to give them a couple more people. No, I did not want to click that, fuck. Alright, well, I'll just have to move that shit around a little bit again. He's going back to the junior? I really don't want that. I wish he could play in the AHL. But, I mean, I guess. He's not going to play, so we will have to do that for now. And then let's fix this again. I would also consider moving Lenny to that top line if, depending how he plays. But, yeah, this setup is weird. Like, why would we have Natchez on the third line? Where is... Oh, Leonov's right there. But Natchez there. Caswell, Nazar, and Green. And then De Silva, McAllister, Porshkov. All right. So that is good. Nazar's actually wearing... Or no. De Silva's actually wearing JR's number. 97. And then nobody has 19 or 88, right? Because those numbers are unofficially in the game, but for me, officially retired by us. Just looking for 19 or 88. And it doesn't look like anyone has that. All right, beautiful. So we're going to put Theodore down there. And there we are with that. And then goalies stay the same. All right. So we have our even strength line set up. Power play wise, let me get... What the hell is Bedard? Is he on the point in this? Okay, we'll put Bedard there, and I'm gonna give Korchinski the first line power play time for us. And then, yeah, Bedard has the best face-off, so he's gonna be on center there. Yeah, I'm good with Natchez being up here. I'm actually good with this setup right here. I'm actually good with that. Second unit, Pelika. We can leave. Is Pelika offensively minded? I mean, 91 offensive awareness, you would think so. Only 35 points, though. I don't know. We'll have to look at that here in a second. I do know I want... what was it? Yep, Leonov needs to be in there. And he has the chance to move up with the way he played last year. And he actually might play center on this line. And De Silva has the X factors. He is only a 78, but I could give him a shot. Nazar is he's kind of been like a two-way guy for us, at least the way we've been utilizing him. And then, oh wait, ADB isn't on here, is he? Shit, I did not mean to hit that. I don't think DeBrincat was on that first line power play. Yeah, so I'm good with him being on the second unit, honestly, to spread it out a little bit. And then, yep, so I'm good with that. And then, I guess Pelika is fine there. We'll give him a chance on the power play. Because, I mean, the option would be De Silva with the X factors. Lenny's already in there. These two are in there. These three are in there. So I'd rather have De Silva just because of the X factors than these three. And then, yeah, these two are already in, right? Caswell, yep. So unless I want to swap Catone, because he is a centerman, but honestly, Leonov has better face-offs than him, doesn't he? Yeah. So we'll leave that how it is, because Caswell only has 61, yeah. And then four-man power play. I just want to put... Okay, why is Bedard not on it? That is concerning. Let me put Bedard in there. And then swap him for Natchez. He can be down here. And, oh shit, why, is he already in there? Oh. Well, I'll swap those two. Pelika does not need to be here. I could put ADB right there. Put him as one-timer. And then we'll put... Theodore is good. Oh shit, fucking glitch. There we go. Theodore down there is fine for me. We will put Natchez there, Catone there. Holy shit, this glitch needs to be fixed. And we will also put Leonov for some goal scoring as well. Alright. And then penalty kill. That looks good. That looks good. And, wow, okay, we don't have... Okay, never mind. We have some minuses here. It's because neither of these two fit into that chemistry at all. And then, yeah. I don't want the first unit to be... Honestly, I'll give De Silva the shot. He is the two-way forward. And then I think we'll just have to deal with the minuses because... Like, we could put in a guy like... Is Nazar better for that then? I think it's still a -2. If not, it was a -1 before. How about green? Same, okay. Oh, Porshkov is a two-way forward. Does he fit in? Yes, he does. And he doesn't have any face-offs, but just for the fact that he can fit in there. So yeah, we'll leave it like that. I'm good with that. We'll just deal with the -2, and that line shouldn't even get that much opportunity anyway, to be honest. So we will leave that, and then let me switch those two because of the face-offs, and it's funny that Leonov has better face-offs than him, but we will do that. Wait, why was Kasperitis down here? No. Morrow can be up there. Yeah, that's better. That's a little bit better. And then 3-on-3, Korchinski, Pelika. I'm just looking at defense right now, and Theodore is fine. Once again, I'm going to swap these two as well as these two. So there we go. Extra attacker, you guys know the strategy at this point. I'm going to go with Martin Necas. 91 right there. And then we are all set for this year. Let me actually make sure Del Mastro gets in the AHL. Not that it matters, but yeah, because they're gonna they're gonna suck with all these players in there. But honestly, as long as our top guys can get some good playing time and everything in there, I am good with that. All right, so yeah, I think we'll give the youth line here a chance, and then we're gonna have to watch Leonov and Caswell especially to see who is producing out of those two. And yeah, hopefully one of them can earn that second line spot right there. And then the big question, our captaincy. So the game is electing Shea Theodore be our next captain. Let me take a letter off Lenny for now because I don't think I'm going to give him one regardless. Theodore would be the oldest player on this, at least of this core. I think ADB deserves a letter. And honestly, I'm going to give the captaincy to the franchise player in Connor Bedard. I think we're going to have to trust him to lead this team. I'll give Theodore a letter there, and that will be our captaincy for this team moving forward. So Bedard is now the new captain of your Chicago Blackhawks. So big news for us, of course, as we sim up to the regular season, looking to get this season going, and a pretty monumental season for us. We need to prove ourselves as a legitimate contender in this league, and that starts with making a deep playoff run, as I've repeatedly mentioned. As Lenny does not want an extension, that is not good, and neither does Leonov. A lot of these RFAs just never want extensions, which is not a good thing, but let's see what kind of money they're asking for. Lenny, nothing. Okay, when you get up there, it's a little crazy, but not too bad. It'd be around the same what he's making right now. The only problem is we only have $9 million to work with because Leonov is still on an ELC. Him only wanting $3 million, we could bet on him. The only thing is it might fuck him up in the sim, but that's something to consider. I think I'll wait until the next video since we're only going to go probably about a month here, or maybe a couple months, just to see what the team is doing to get the season started, and then we can wrap it up next video. But here we are, first game of the season in New Jersey, and we let's get off to a hot start. Yeah, we have a big road trip coming up, but we had all that time off anyway, so we should be fine. So first period here in New Jersey is a 1-0 lead for them. Jesper Bratt, the goal for them. Second period, all right, 2-0 Stillman. Come on, offense. So this is what we pay you for. Get that. Let's get going. Third period, and oh, hopefully this is not a sign of things to come for UC Saros, as he gives up 5 goals himself. 6 goals is the empty netter by Jack Hughes is 6 for them. And an early ass whooping to hopefully wake us up here in this season by the New Jersey Devils. So yeah, let's get about a month or two here simulated. Let's go to the end of this month. So we'll go up to was that December 1st? Yep. We'll go to December 21st. Yeah, yep. So hopefully that's just a little, early season rust from us. We should be a playoff team for sure. But not a good start here. All right, there's a win. Here we go. Yeah, so we're starting to get some wins. We should be fine. Yeah, we know we're probably going to be a playoff team. I mean, don't get too overconfident. I've seen, like Vegas didn't make it last year and then they won the cup. But like the Jets didn't make the playoffs a couple years ago when they should have. There's definitely been teams that should have made the playoffs and didn't. And honestly, not a great start for us. I mean, we are above 500, but only 11-8-1 in a wild card spot. But Bedard leading the way though, 24 points in 20 games. So let's take a look at what's going on and what's not going good. So first line, Bedard, Catone, and DeBrincat, they are doing excellent, plus 10 and plus 11s. Point per game production from them. Second line, Natchez is doing good. Leonov is doing great, 17 points. Lenny, a -4 is interesting because, well, I guess, even and a -1. All right, so the second line is putting up points, but it looks like 5v5, they're not doing great, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Third line, Caswell, 13 points, Nazar, 10, Green, 9, and then the fourth line is not doing good, -5 from Porshkov there. Okay, so that is something to look out for. Defensively, Korchinski, 19 points in 20 games. It's great production from him, a +12. Pelika, 13 and 20 is very solid for our... I know he's offensive, but I think Korchinski is more the offensive defenseman, and he's a two-way at this point. But yeah, those two are doing good. Theodore Kasparaitis, a -3 and a -1 isn't great. 11 points is pretty good for the second pairing. Kasparaitis with 6. And then that bottom pair is about average, so I'm not too worried about that. Hand in goal, UC Saros putting up a .888 save percentage. And he has under the 3 goals against, so you can't even... I mean, that's pretty high, but you can't even blame that. We're allowing too many shots, so... Let's, I'll do another month here, and then we can, that'll really give us a little bit of clarity there. So if we can have a good month here, then it's like, all right, we're just a little rusty, but if we struggle here, then we might have to really take a look at that for the next episode. But yeah, it's good to see Leonov doing good on that second line. Caswell is doing respectively good on that third line too, so that is good for us. But we need better goaltending from Saros, and it looks like it's going a lot better in this month. So yeah, we've only lost what, 1 game, 2 games? Well, the one was in overtime. Yeah, we got points in every game but 1 this month, so that is definitely. And I don't want to end on our streak here. Let's see. Okay, we're keeping it going. Up against Buffalo, and that is another one. Okay, all right. New York, can we get another win against the Rangers? We do. All right, we are on a crazy winning streak right now, so let's keep that going. All right, and there we go. Shootout loss to the Canes. We do get a point, though. But yeah, we've stormed to first in our division, and we actually are tied in points with the Stars, but we have 5 games in hand with them. 27-9-3 is an incredible record. A complete turnaround from last month. Connor Bedard leading the way still, 44 points in 39 games, as he has 26 goals already. Natchez is 40-39. He's been a great signing so far. He's getting paid a shitload of money, but... it's worked out so far. ADB 38, 16 goals. Lenny 38 points. Now he's really picked it up. Wow. 35 from Catone, 31 from Leonov, 16 goals. Great season from him. And Caswell 22 though. He's doing good on that third line with Nazar and Green there. And then fourth line has stepped it up as well. Only a -2 and a -1 right there. So we have definitely picked up our game in that month. Defensively, Korchinski, 37 points in 39 games. And look at these two, +31 and +24. Wow. That is incredible numbers right there. Great pairing right here from Korchinski and Pelika, as Pelika also has 23 points respectively. Second pairing still not doing the greatest. Man, I almost wonder if Kasparaitis is going to cap out at 83, which would really suck because... I just feel like he can make that jump, but he just hasn't. And then Morrow and Roos doing fine on that third pairing. And then this is the big question. How is UC Saros doing? Okay, yeah, wow. To go from an 888 to a 911 in 1 month is incredible. And then Arthur Smith, who actually was struggling himself, a 9-2-1 as our backup. So everybody in that month just completely killed it. Absolutely. As yeah, Korchinski is just going 37 points as a defenseman and plus 31 is great production. As we'll take a look around the league as well. For forwards, Jack Eichel, who just won the Stanley Cup in real life and in this game, 56 points leading the way. Stützle there, Matthews, Teravainen actually up here. That's kind of interesting, but I mean, he's a good player. So, goals-wise, wow, David Pastrnak, 32 goals in 42 games so far this season. Bedard right there, though, fourth. Oh, and you know what we forgot to do? Is we forgot to take a look at the awards from last year because we know who won the Rocket. So let's do that really quickly. I know I've been kind of jumping around, but Vegas, of course, we've seen won the Stanley Cup, and okay, oh no, that was the President's Trophy, right, because they're in the West. They went and matched up against Colorado, and they actually went against the New York Islanders. And wow, look at that. The Eastern Conference team has been represented by New York for the last 5 years. Rangers, Islanders, Rangers, Rangers, Islanders. And they only have 2 cups to speak of it, both coming from the Rangers. So there is that. And then individual awards, Art Ross went to Connor McDavid, of course, as well as the Hart. The James Norris, no surprise, went to Quinn Hughes after putting up 95 points as a defenseman. And the Lady Bean also to Quinn Hughes, which I believe that's judged off of plus minus. So maybe Korchinski will be in the run for that for this year. Calder Memorial also to Seattle with Gruel there. Chikrin with the Conn Smythe for Vegas. Saros did win the Vezina for us, so that is pretty funny in hindsight. We'll see what happens this year. Rodrigue there for, well, Rodrigue and Askarov for the Avalanche with the William M. Jennings. Bill Masterton to Ryan O'Rourke. Jack Adams to Vegas is coach there, as he also won the Stanley Cup in that year. The Selke to Elias Pettersson. Ted Linton to Connor McDavid. And the Maurice Richard to our very own Connor Bedard. So there was the awards from last year, and then to get back to what we were looking at before, which is this season's scoring. So we kind of took a look at the forwards. Here's kind of everybody here. Marco Kasper actually for Detroit putting up numbers. I didn't even know he had a face runner in this game. As there are the rest of the forwards. Defensively, Quinn Hughes leading the way once again, but Adam Fox tied with him. And Korchinski is actually right there, only a point behind. And he's got games in hand with these two, so he can be in the run for the Norris as well, which would be very cool to see him win that. Kind of our own. He was a guy that was drafted by Chicago before we even started this, so that'd be kind of cool to have somebody who was already in the organization step up and win a Norris. That'd be very, very cool to see. And then as far as goaltenders, Stuart Skinner and UC Saros tied for the wins lead. And then among starters, the save percentage, Kane, is Linus Allmark with a .920 save percentage. And yeah, it's going to be a tight race for the Vezina this year. Vasilevsky's up there, Vanacek is up there, Skinner, Shesterkin, Hellebuck. Yeah, there's a lot of good options for goaltender there. And then rookie skaters, wow, actually a pretty weak class for rookies as the top player with only 23 points. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see what happens with our team in the next video. And as always, you guys take care.